All right, my name's Zach Scow, and I'm the Executive Director of Marley's Mutts Dog Rescue, and we are running the Chicago Marathon again this year. Will be my second time, and we're going to be running it on my 6th sober birthday. That's actually what this stands for. This is 5 years sober. The stars are for Chicago, and 26.2 is for mileage. I wanted to just take a minute to describe what we do here and who we save. So I thought, what better way than other than introducing myself and my dad, the man behind the camera, will talk about our dogs. So this here is Hooch, the famous Hooch. We rescued Hooch from the Kern County Animal Control on Mount Vernon Avenue after his tongue had been cut out. You guys can see he has no tongue, which makes it very hard for him to regulate his body temperature. He has to eat by hand. I feed him by hand every morning and every evening. He's figured out a way to drink, kind of like how Blue back there is drinking. He drinks kind of like a horse. He makes it work. And he's become our poster child. He is an absolute triumph, although he's started out his life as something bitterly repulsive. He's really turned into something glorious and triumphant. He works with us at the Valley Achievement Center and other places where we use the dogs as therapy for autistic children, specifically non-verbal autistic children. And Hooch is a master. You should see how he reacts to these kids and how they react to him. It's a beautiful thing to watch. It's one of the most beautiful things you can really ever observe. Kids that have never been around dogs and don't have the social understanding to be around dogs, and watching Hooch get right at the proper energy level that they need him to be at so that they can be receptive. It's beautiful to watch. And this little boy right here is Oscar. He's a little nervous because Blue is kicking up dust, trying to be a big boy. We got Oscar after the West Ranch fire, so his house was literally burned down. Oscar was burned on his ears. You can see how he has very little ears left. Kind of like Hooch, only Hooch's were cut off. Oscar's were burned off. The majority of his undercarriage, including his bum and his testicles and his mouth and his eyes, were all burned, 2nd and 3rd degree burns. So he's actually up for adoption, but the man behind the camera, my father, has fallen in love with him, so he's kind of stuck around and we haven't minded. The big dog, come here Baloo, Baloo, that's leaning up against my dad right now is Baloo, and Baloo is a Brazilian Mastiff. See it? And Baloo came from the Mojave Animal Shelter, and the Mojave Animal Shelter is a very little known animal shelter here in Kern County. It doesn't get a lot of attention. He's a Brazilian Mastiff with bite history, meaning he bit an animal control officer. He also bit a person, so he really had no chance at...
Animal control officers are persons.
Good point, thank you, Dad. He had no chance at adoption. You can see he's got scars all over his face here. If you bring the camera in close, you can see white scarring everywhere. That's all from, some kind of a rough history as a younger dog. He's about 130 pounds, and he's a bruiser, but he's kind of our pack leader here, other than myself, of course. I should say pack general. This is Maggie. She's a Cane Corso, an Italian Mastiff. Our friend Eldad trapped her in Long Beach. These are all dogs that would not have a chance were it not for an organization like ours willing to take a chance on these dogs. Many of them have either aggression issues or socialization issues, or there's a variety of issues that make it difficult for them to find a home, much less be rescued. Oscar was severely burned. Hooch has no tongue. Maggie here is completely unapproachable and dangerous. But they've all found a place here. They're all up for adoption with the exception of Hooch. He's permanent, and that's what we're running for. That's why we're trying to raise $50,000 at the Chicago Marathon. We're going to bring together two passions of all of ours, which is running. It's a big way that these dogs help get better, and it's a big way that I get better is running. We pair that, and magical things happen. So, the marathon, dog rescue, sobriety, all these things are kind of coming together on the 12th of October, which will be my 6th sobriety birthday and the day of the race. So you can find out more information at MarleysMutts.com. Please support us. Please donate what you can. Share this video, and go to MarleysMutts.org and share all you can, and really help us help as many of these guys as we can.
Baloo.
There are a lot of Hooches out there. There are a lot of Baloos and Maggies and Oscars, and without your guys' support, we can't help them. So we've been able to save thousands of dogs and countless people along the way, and And that's what we're all about here is rescued dogs helping rescue people, and we can really take that to the next level with your help, your donations, and your sharing. So thanks a lot for taking the time, and have a beautiful day.